Namaskar. Raag Bhairavi. Sumiran kar le mere mana. So after this series is getting over now, so I have to render it in Raag Bhairavi. And also I need to thank a number of our gurus, which I will be doing afterwards. And I'd also want to discuss a little bit about what was the influence of music through the 60s, through my 60s. Now just entered into my 70s, which of course I need to put a lot of more practice. And this was also to inspire people who wouldn't know, many of like-minded people wouldn't know what to do with the time that is there with them. They're no more in their official workmanship, or in their office production houses, etc., after having given n number of years into constructive work. So even this is constructive work, because you're keeping your mind occupied, you're keeping your mind creatively creatively, you are just dwelling in positive thoughts. It's not negative thoughts. And also when you creatively dwell in positive thoughts, these thoughts give you an energy whereby instead of sitting grumbling about what life gave you and what life didn't give you, and instead of going into blame games of everyone all around and sundry, we need to follow this a particular lifestyle pattern, where first of all we have to seek happiness within ourselves. So unless happiness is within ourselves, we'll never create that happiness outside also. So in fact, one should feel blessed, because when you are in a workforce with differentiated personalities, there's bound to be some what do you call pull and push, or maybe there is a little bit of some sort of a stress, because expectations are always there. So who is going to expect how much we are going to expect, etc., or how much is expected about you and how much you expect about others? So I think workplace ethos and workplace ethics is another chapter altogether. Okay, in psychology we used to learn a lot where these human behavior patterns are concerned. Okay, and also to know yourself. That was in different way, that knowing yourself is from the skills, from the knowledge, from the adaptability, for the application part of it, for the successful accomplishment of the goals set aside. So how would you maneuver as such? But in real life, there are always these phases. So sometimes there's such a vacuum created, and then you don't have everyday people coming and showering praises or appraisals or increments in salary structures, etc. So you have to create that happiness within yourself. So once that is attained, now that is the path which you have to figure out for yourself. That intrinsic well-being and intrinsic happiness, it could be, which will reduce a lot of headaches and aches and pains, etc. So is it through music? Is it through art? Is it through sports? Is it through traveling? Is it through reading? Is it through writing? Is it through researching, redirecting your energies in ways which will help you more than helping others? So far you were only helping others, now you help yourself. So even if written volumes and nobody's going to read about it, no problem, you have expressed yourself. Okay, so you have to be an expressive type of a personality. but in expressions in aloneness. That's what I said. There's a difference between loneliness and aloneness. So in that aloneness, what do you find? Reading, writing, researching, reviewing. So even films are there to be reviewed and to thought about. Okay, yesteryear, how were the films? Today, what is the film? So you are keeping in pace with the generations also. So in that sense, it's not that 60s were for music, so 70s I'm going to plunge into something. I need a lot of time to be able to render all these songs in a much, much better way. For that, it's a rigorous practice that is needed. So while I shared quite a lot, now I would like to consolidate it by, by reviewing myself upon all the notes that I have made, and also practice. Practice makes perfect. Yeah. So, but still, if any one of you at any time feel that no, you would like to listen, you can always post in the remark or column, or you can message, and I can select the next set of songs as such to be rendered. Yeah. For the time being, we will. First series was over. Now the second series is also coming to a close. All right. This is very simple in Raag Bhairavi. Naya Pari Majhadhar. Instead of saying Pari, we say Pari. Okay. Ab kaun lagaye par. Right. We are stuck in the middle. It's a dilemma, right? And we are not moving ahead. And so who is going to, push that boat to the shore, right? Then ek to naiya jhanjiri purani, duje bahat bayar. So this one first naiya, that boat, has already, it's become so wearied, old. It's like, a cloth having, number of holes in it. So that's now the strength is getting loosened, right? The strength is no more there in sorry, my reading glasses. Otherwise, from in front of the camera these days, the eyes are also getting blurred. So, and I need to get my eyes checked up also. So anyway, so ek to naya jhanjiri purani, naturally old, sagged up cloth sort of a thing with all little holes. So duje bahat bayar. What is duje bahat bayar? Then the choice is let the wind flow. Let me just flow with the wind. As the wind is flowing, so will the boat also be, rowed to the shore. Now, who is that then rowing for you? Now, you are not in control of your boat in the sense, in the life as such, or the destiny as such. It is the higher will. So let the surrender to the higher will and let the winds flow by, and your boat will take you ashore. So so all of us are given it's like giving yourself a second chance. The first one, wearied, tired, almost shattered, almost torn asunder to pieces. Nothing really came about. You're just stuck because all your objectives were thwarted, or maybe your action plans were not paid attention to, or certain things just didn't work out, And movement is good karma also. You can't be just stuck in one particular zone of this. You must think anew, think afresh. So when you're thinking anew, so okay, this didn't work out. This is, it's like, see, so many people, business doesn't work, they are diversifying. Similarly, you have to also think of different ways. So the second boat that can take you ashore is that totally surrendering to the will of God, leaving all your ego, and as the wind blows, the ship also will move and take itself to the shore. In return, you're also going you will be crossing the river and going to the shore. Okay. All right. And I'm not keeping any tal because this is a slow rendition, and I would not want any beat to be even if you keep it in vilambit. It's much better, I feel, with just the tanpura sound as such. Okay. Naiya pari majadar, naiya pari majadar, ab kaun लगाए पार, अब कौन लगाए पार, नैया परी मजेदार मजेदार, नैया परी मजेदार, अब कौन लगा वे पार, अब कौन लगा वे पार, अब कौन लगावे पार, नैया परी मजेदार। एक तो नैया झंझरी पुरानी, एक तो नैया झंझरी पुरानी, दूजे बहत बयार, दूजे बहत बयार, दूजे बहत बयार, दूजे बहत बयार, नैया परी मजेदार, अब कौन लगावे पार, अब कौन लगावे पार, एक तो नैया, एक तो नैया, एक तो नैया झंझरी पुरानी, एक तो नैया झंझरी पुरानी, एक तो नैया झंझरी पुरानी, दूजे बहत बयार, दूजे बहत बयार, दूजे बयत बयार, दूजे बहत बयार, नैया परी मजेदार, अब कौन लगाए पार, एक तो नैया झंझरी पुरानी, दूजे बहत बयार, दूजे There's immense peace of mind if you just let the results flow in by themselves. No anticipation, no expectation, no agitation, you know, no exhilaration as well as depressions, no need of any contra-indicating, contradictory emotions. You just let things go by as they are coming, because you've done all your work now. You've finished with every aspect what you needed to. You didn't leave a leaf unturned. So now, what are we looking out for? It is that earlier one has got stuck in the rut with despite your best intentions. So let it go, let it go. And now we just flow with the tide, surrendering to the will of the Master and the Lord. Yeah. So good, bad, ugly, whatever, that is what one has to learn to face everything with equanimity. Okay. सुमिरन कर ले मेरे मना, सुमिरन कर ले मेरे मना. This is Guru Nanak Dev Ji's bhajan, simply so meaningful as such. Everything is created by the higher force. So imagine, and why are we destroying whatever is around us? So the analogies is, suppose the well was without water, how would it be? Suppose the cow did not give milk, what would it be? So it is in nature, all these things have been created. So why don't we, again do Namasmarana, Japa? Why don't we, in reverence, why don't we remember? Yeah. Sumiran kar le mere mana, sumiran kar le mere mana, teri बीती उमर हरि नाम बिना, तेरी बीती उमर हरि नाम बिना, सुमिरन कर ले मेरे मना, कूप नीर बिन धेनु क्षीर बिन, कूप नीर बिन धेनु क्षीर बिन, धरती मेघ बिना, धरती मेघ बिना, जैसे तरुवर फल बिना होना, जैसे तरुवर फल बिना होना, जैसे प्राणी हरि नाम बिना, जैसे प्राणी हरि नाम बिना, सुमिरन कर ले मेरे बिना, सुमिरन कर ले मेरे मना, देह नैन बिन नैन चंद्र बिन, देह नैन बिन नैन चंद्र बिन, मंदिर दीप बिना, जैसे पंडित वेद वीरा, जैसे पंडित वेद विहीना, जैसे प्राणी हरि नाम बिना, जैसे प्राणी हरि नाम बिना, सुमिरन कर ले मेरे मना. काम क्रोध मद लोभ निहारो, काम क्रोध मद लोभ निहारो, छांडते अब तू संत जन, कहे नानक शाह सुन भगवंता, कहे नानक शाह सुन भगवंता, इस जग में नाही कोई अपना, इस जग में नाही कोई अपना, इस जग में नहीं कोई अपना, काम क्रोध मद लोभ निहारो, छांड दे अब तू संत जना, कहे नानक शाह सुन भगवंता, इस जग में नाही कोई अपना, इस जग में नाही कोई अपना, सुमिरन कर ले मेरे मना, सुमिरन कर ले मेरे मना, तेरी बीती उमर हरि नाम बिना, सुमिरन कर ले, सुमिरन कर ले, सुमिरन कर ले मेरे मना। It's true. We keep thinking that, I'll be attached to this one, I'll be attached to that one, and in actuality, you will find yourself all by yourself, all alone. So in life, one has to understand that, how it is to be alone, and in aloneness, not being lonely, but being constructively occupied and leaving the results to the Almighty. Yeah, whatever happens, one has to. And as long as you are doing your, you're on your righteous path. Lot of philosophy. Now, music again is interlinked with philosophy. Historic, from the history part of it, geographical, territories, cultural, anthropological. So many subjects can be correlated, including science and maths, because particularly the rhythm requires, the meter arrangement of the swaras and the words as such to fit exactly. Okay, so when the sum is sounded, when the khali, when the tali, of course, I'm going to focus a little more on the rhythmic cycles of each type of a tal. So far, teen tal is very, it's the normally played tal. There is sur tal, there is jhap tal, so, and kaherwa. Bhajan Theka, because of that skip of a beat, somehow, as I told you earlier also, I always felt Dhumali was much better, because it just keeps the pace with your singing. Perhaps, maybe for me, I felt like that. So, anyway, of course, there are almost 384 or something tals. Impossible to keep track of everything, right? All right, so I take this opportunity to thank my Guruji, Pandit Srinivasa Joshi ji, who put me, my decision was mine, but to put me on the track of, the entire classical, Hindustani classical music was solely his efforts. And then, of course, the people, the stalwarts, the maestros whom I was very much impressed they had a deep impression on my mind, on my soul, on my psyche as such, whom I would be listening, okay, quite ardently. And I have, maybe some of them I have even attended their concerts, is Vidushi Mahurkarji, Malini Rajurkarji, Shruti Sadolikarji, Sarita Pathak Yajurvedi ji, whose lectures I had been following up quite religiously. Then the NCRT official channel. I'm stating all these because anybody who wants to dwell in the land of music, and particularly Hindustani classical music, then please do listen to all these maestros. I have only shown the way, that's all, okay. Pandit Jasraj ji, NCRT also has that official channel. Pandit Jasraj ji, Pandit Rashid Khan ji, Ustad Amir Ali Khan ji, Ghulam Ali Khan ji, Pandit Bhimsen Joshi ji, Jaitit Meondi ji, Pandit Ganpati Bhatt ji, Pandit Paluskar, then Prabhat Ray ji, Padma Talwarkar ji, Sanjeev Abhyankar ji, Pandit Ajay Chakraborty ji, Rahul Deshpande ji, Mahesh Kale ji, Vidushi Ashwini Vijay Deshpande ji, okay, Bal Murli Krishna ji, and then of course M.L. Vasanta Kumari ji, then M.S. Subbalakshmi ji for even Annamai Kirtans, etc. Then of course the innumerable books that are available, but the books that I got, Naad by Sandeep Bagchi, Deepak S. Raja, then Hema Hirlekar, then the Bhatkande series, then Pandit Ritwik Sanyal ji. I attempted to sing without even any formal training. I wouldn't, from his Drupad compositions, but he has given a valuable, number of ragas and Drupad and the Swar Padati as well as the Pada Shruti. Then Omkar Nath ji, and of course Srivastava ji. Okay, so this is all, it's like an open book, what I had done all these years and what I learned, and I put it, okay, there are still some ragas which I have not put it out as such in the form of recording, because some generally I took the more popularized versions, but there's still Basant, Bahar, there's Miya Ki Malhar, and Megh, and so many ragas. Okay, it's we have learned, but unless one sits and practices them all over again, each rag I have to formulate. I was only given a base structure, so I have to formulate it in a detailed, more descriptive way with the swaras. The word content, of course, the padas will be, the verses or the padas will remain the same, but the elaboration, the elongation, okay? Like the professional Khayal Gaiki, the one line they will be, bringing in so many variations, almost for, in n number of times they'll be repeating it. So here, imagine in half an hour, 20 minutes, some are 20 minutes recording, some are half an hour, some might have gone to 40 minutes. So this is just to not only prove myself that I was able to learn and I was able to sustain my interest, and I'm also able to share it with perhaps the like-minded people, all the subscribers, etc. So when I will be, for this last video, and I'm putting up some notes, I'll also give my mobile number. If any queries, you can ask, but please, I would appreciate if there's a WhatsApp conversation rather than, because we don't recognize everybody, then the phone keeps ringing. That is, I'm just keeping myself, in the sense that after giving so much, if there is a question or two, somebody is curious about something, then I'd be only more willing to help you out, okay, and guide you further, because there are a number of very good music teachers. So those who want to learn, and if I started at 60 and I came this far, imagine, okay. So I don't think it is impossible. Each one of you will be able to blossom, but be clear in your mind, is it for listening pleasure, or is it for if you have good vocal cords and you can sing, or otherwise do you want to learn something to do with the instruments as such, whether tabla or harmonium or even sitar. So much is there, okay. So till the last breath we have to go on. That's the most positive way of looking at life, okay. Wishing you all the very, very best in the new year, and let's hope we, if there is something more, I'll always put it up, but for the time being, I think, we all need time to also assimilate, not just every week, something is coming up, oh, I'm listening and I'm ticking, or I'm putting a what do you call, like, or some comment, or just viewing. So we'll take a little gap, and perhaps maybe next few set of ragas I'll make myself ready to render again, but for the time being, thank you so much. I thank each subscriber. Okay, thank you.